Talking with famous people.
Before you continue, if you'd like to access the slides, audio, and other materials used to make this video, you may do so. You may download a zip file for free at TwFPcollectibles.com, and you can just in the PDF section. When we go to break down reality, let's begin with a big blank white square. And then something has to be in that big blank white square, so let's call that the world. And normally when people begin thinking about the world, they then put themselves in the middle of the world and say, well, there's the world and I'm in it. That's me, the orange circle. And of course, not just me, there's also you. You're a blue circle. And you're in the world too, so I should put you in there. And of course, just the two of us would be boring, so let's put her in the mix as well, and she can be a green circle. Now, we don't just all exist next to each other in the world. Things happen, so I might take action upon you, or alternately, I might take action upon her. Now, I'm not the only actor in the world. There is action from others upon me. You might act upon me, and I might even notice you acting upon her without it being directed at me at all directly. Similarly, she might act upon me, or she may act upon you. And these interactions between agents or makers of action in the world is basically the physics. We can call that our physics, and we'll make it a small circle there so you can see that it's just one component of reality. So let's start back over again with a blank white square. What's another way of understanding reality? Well, there's me. Again, I'm still the orange circle. I'm still named me. And this time, I'm going to put above me a big tan circle there, and that's going to be my ontology. Ontology is simply my ongoing process identity manifestation. Now, inside of my ontology, there are my explicit metaphysics, that is to say, what I think are my values are explicitly, and then there are my implicit metaphysics or implicit ontology, which is to say the values and nature of things that I take as assumptions without bringing them in question. Now, in addition to my ontology, there is a world still, but I no longer am viewing this model. In this model, I don't view my ontology as part of the world, but separate from the world, part of myself. The world is that which acts upon me. I relate those actions to my explicit metaphysics, which then those meanings get filtered through or are part of my implicit metaphysics, which goes back to my explicit metaphysics, and then it goes back down to me, where now newly informed by my meaning-making process, I respond to the world's action with a reaction of some sort. This you might call my metaphysics. Ontology, world, me. We'll make that small as well so we understand that this too is just one model of reality. Here's perhaps a better model of reality. There's a bunch of noise. And then there's me. And I fill up almost all the noise. It's me moving through time. This time I'm a big orange square, or rhombus. And there's a gray thing up there. What is that? Well, those are my reality models. Remember what my reality models are that we've gone over already? They're my metaphysics and my physics. These comprise my understanding of reality. Alright, so let's start back over at the beginning. We got a division, a dichotomy, a fundamental split. That which is expressive through words and symbols, and that which is not. Meaning and experience, intuition and sensing. Approximations are words and symbols. No words are experiences. Remember, an approximation is something that gives us something a status that we can utilize. For example, I've symbolized the physics of that little blue circle. And I've symbolized metaphysics with that lighter blue circle. And I've symbolized a post-metaphysics understanding with that one. And so there's lots of different ways that you can taxonomy existence. If we're talking about objective and subjective, designations that give people a lot of trouble, we just need to look at the root word. Objective is legitimacy is impersonal. And subjective legitimacy is personal. So if you make a claim, then it fits in a claim that can be objectively determinate. Agreement sets its general status. If you make a claim that's personal, status claims don't generalize. But that model itself is just a taxonomy, a one manner of thinking about things. And if we make that physical and metaphysical division, and we want to place all of those models within a circle, it's not going to be like this. It's not going to be a circle that splits the difference between metaphysical and physical. That would suggest that some of these taxonomies or models are physical models. Some of them are metaphysical. Some of them exist in the world. Some of them don't. None of them exist in the world. They're all abstractions. All of these abstractions that occurred in this video can broadly be placed under a taxonomy that explains them by making the key division between the metaphysical and the physical. All these models fall under the category of metaphysical approximations of things, statuses that interact with other statuses to help us understand the world and make decisions, and develop the self and manifest self as we move through time. So if all of this stuff I've talked about here in this video is metaphysical, if everything we've done here is all abstract and not real, well, what's the rest of the universe? Well, if I say words about it, it goes into the metaphysical circle there. And for the stuff outside the circle, well, there is literally nothing to say about it.
Talking with famous people.